Your external reality is a direct reflection of who you are within and what you're experiencing within. What you put into the world, you will receive from the world. It's called karma, bitch. The law of correspondence from Hermetic philosophy states, as above, so below, and as within, so without. Our emotional state is our vibrational state. When we align ourselves with high vibrational emotions, we'll see those emotions reflected back to us within the world. When we align ourselves with love and look in the mirror and love ourselves, there will be people around us to love us. When we sit in silence and find stillness and give ourselves space, other people will be patient with us. The way that we treat ourselves is the way that other people treat us. And it goes back to the saying, treat other people how you want to be treated, because what goes around comes around. And these statements, these beliefs that have held true for time and time again are holding true for a reason. Because who we show up in the world as will be shown back to us. The world, the universe, God gives us exactly what we need in each moment, in each and every moment. So when we take our consciousness back, take our awareness back into our own hands, we can lead these lives consciously, creating exactly what we intend to create. There's no reason to be at the mercy of the world. There's no reason to be at the mercy of our own minds when we have the ability to create whatever we want. And by becoming emotionally intelligent and aligning yourself with the emotions that you want to see reflected back to you and showing up as those emotions within the world, we begin to alchemize our reality and create that. Because our internal state is reflected by the external world. So fall in love with the man in the mirror, and the people around you will fall in love with you. Find peace within yourself. And it's easier said than done because it takes doing the work. And it takes taking conscious action every single day to make your reality true. To make your desired reality true, it takes conscious action every day. But the understanding of the law is the beginning. The understanding of the law is where the script flips. The script flips when you understand the law. And the law is that you create your reality. You are the master of your destiny. You're driving that ship. And everybody else on board, everybody else comes on board your ship, your family, your friends, your boss, your coworkers, and you've created the ship. Right? You've created the ship. So as we go throughout the world, we put these judgments, these labels, these limitations on life outside of us. What we are experiencing is then projected onto the world. So we project our own self-image onto everything that we experience. So if we are deeply in love with ourselves, we will fall deeply in love with a partner. I found myself deeply in love with myself in college, and I manifested. I found my partner, Deanna, come into my life at the perfect time when I had just began to love myself wholly and completely, and I was not looking for somebody else. Because as within, so without. Even the most terrible things can happen, and you can find compassion for them if you can treat yourself with compassion. If you can forgive, accept, and love who you are for who you are, you can see that in others. If you have a friend who's done you wrong, if you have a friend that stuck your $20 bill that was sitting in your center console into his pocket on accident, but you know he's going through hard times, maybe you don't hate him. Maybe you give him love. Maybe you send him love. Maybe your friends that go out to the bar all the time and are drinking away their sorrows, maybe you can feel compassion for them. Maybe you can sympathize with them and feel compassion for them and get on their level rather than dislike them and judge them. And the reason I bring this up, the reason we touch upon these judgments is because our judgments create our reality. everything is within relation to us, right? That this grass is green relative to the blue of my shirt. I'm in a happy state of being in relation to the saddest I've ever been. Our life is constantly in relation. When we create this sense of self-awareness, this ego, we put ourselves in relation to the world. We are constantly in relation. So when we turn that back on ourselves, we understand that we are not separate, right? You look into the work of Nikola Tesla and understand that everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. We live in this conscious universe, a unified plane of existence, a unified holographic plane of existence where we're experiencing the illusion of ego, of self-awareness, of this life, and then, whoa, I'm not so separate from the world outside of me. We can fall deeply in love with the world because then we see ourselves in the world. And any judgments that we put upon the world outside of us are simply limitations that we're putting on ourselves. It's pretty simple. It's really simple, actually. It's simple that once we take responsibility for where we are, who we are, and what we are, and why we are this way, we can process it and begin to alchemize our lives. So understand that as we align ourselves with our purpose, as we align ourselves with our passions, when we take our passions and we align it with our day-to-day life, when our day-to-day life is no longer monotonous 9-to-5, consuming junk food, watching porn, jerking off, doing all the things that don't serve you, getting drunk and smoking pot and ripping vapes, when we do the things that serve us, when we create things that serve others, we align ourselves with our passion, with our purpose, and we can begin to lead lives of high vibrational emotions. And those lives of high vibrational emotions will reciprocate back to you. These emotions will be reciprocated back to you. And I've seen it as I've traveled the world in the last year, because I've aligned myself with my passion and my purpose and set a point in time and space and where I want to be and how I want to be there, my life has shifted dramatically. And I've brought in people into my life that align with that vision. I've seen other people come in and leave and come in and leave, and now I see people where I say, this one could stay around because they have a similar vision, and they manifested into my life because of something that I am. When I embodied these traits about myself, these other people were manifested into my life. When I dove into business and I looked at myself and said, I'm a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur, other entrepreneurs and business owners manifested in my life. When I began to look at myself in the mirror and say, I am a content creator, I make great videos, and I love making videos. What happened? Content creators, influencers, and all things in between, artists, all things in between manifested into my life because I put that label on myself. So understand the image that you see in the mirror, the person that you see in the mirror is the person that you see in the world, figuratively and literally. So these projections that you put onto the world, these limitations that you may put onto the world, are limitations you put onto yourself. The limitations that you put onto yourself are the limitations you put onto the world. It is reciprocated back and forth. It's hand in hand. It's yin and yang and black and white. It all goes together. So when you can align yourself with these high vibrational emotions, align yourself with love, align yourself with your passion and your purpose, your life will transform drastically, and you will be living the life of your dreams, and the life of your dreams will find its way to you. Because the life of your dreams does not happen by you pushing and prodding and doing it and stressing and being all tense and forcing it to make it happen, because you shouldn't force the life of your dreams. The life of your dreams comes effortlessly. It finds you. It doesn't say, and that's not me saying don't go out in there and work and get after it. Get the fuck after it. But let life come to you. Show up in the world how you want to see the world show up for you. So much love. Click subscribe. Watch that next video. We got tons of awesome content. I love watching my own content. So I hope you love watching my content and hanging out with me, because I love hanging out with you. You're great. You know that? I love you. And I make all content on spiritual awakening, self-realization, consciousness, reality creation, and all things in between, because I love living. I love life. I love creating life. I love being here with you. So thank you for being here with me, because what goes around comes around. So all love and peace. Adonai, I'll see you on the other side.